And he goes down and comes back just about 2 hours before the arrival of the guests. And we saw in front of another suite, Tata suite name being put. So there were 2 Tata suites for that night. So the problem was solved.
Thank you. Good idea. Yes.
Well, I was in the industry for about 10 years, mostly in Chennai at Savera Hotel. 2 experiences I can't forget. One was when I was a very young guy, just graduated from the college, and I was making a beginning in the restaurant, a famous Golden Bowl restaurant of Savera. And we used to have those days groups coming from Russia. It was USSR, communist country, and a buffet layout for breakfast. Those days it was a new concept. People standing in a queue silently, unlike we people. And even to lift one extra banana from the table, the group member had to ask the permission of the leader, can I have one extra banana please? Now that was the stage where it was very tight, very disciplined sort of situation. Then, and none of them could speak English also except the leader. There was one group where the leader was a very young lady, and she spoke beautiful English. And somehow I came to know that it was her birthday, so we rustled up a quick cake, and when they came back from the Mahabalipuram trip in the evening, we had the cake cut by her and then celebrated the birthday. It was so lovely, everyone liked it, and ultimately she made an offer to me to join her and be with her permanently in USSR. I don't know whether it was... This was much before my marriage. I have not told my wife still. And I don't know whether it was luck or bad luck on my part, but absolutely no regrets. I got a wonderful wife. So that was one occasion. The second occasion was similar to what Mr. Oberoi was mentioning. This was a true incident which took place in some hotel in Chennai, which I won't mention. It's become a legend now. Pre-key card era, pre-computer era. It was early 70s. And the same room was given to 2 people. I mean, it was shown as checkout. There was a guest already there, and then it was sold again. So the second guest went and knocked on the door and then entered, and ultimately they got married. That's how it ended up. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice of you. Mr. Shankar, you have already?
Well, we have all our mad moments, especially, and I think M. Chef will agree with me on banqueting when food runs short, actually food doesn't run short. It is the number of people who go up, and which is a standard trend in when they all want to book, they say 800 people and they invite 2,000 people. So those are the crazy moments. One of the craziest, I think, was, it was a very, very high profile wedding which we did for it was for 18,000 people. And one of the dishes was, and it was vegetarian, it was complete vegetarian, and so we had food trucks going in, so we had food done, and a lot of about 3 days of work had gone into it, and then the driver, the food was packed and was being carried to the venue, but the driver took a wrong turn and the cop caught him, and he tried to escape the cops, and he reached the venue. Everything was upside down in the food inside. So 3 days of work non-stop was done in the next 3 hours. What we did, we will never share that recipe. That is but those are the moments, I mean, crazy moments. There's plenty to talk about, I'm sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Mahadevan? No, he has not taken permission from his wife to tell the thing. Okay, fine. Next, Mr. Madhava, whether the institution have any courses, are they thinking to develop the courses to train the student on international cuisine and concept restaurants, especially restaurant? What is the exact position of institution? What is happening now?
Yeah, it's been a long growth from 1951 when the first IHM started in Mumbai, Andheri, and then shifted to Dadar. Now we have hundreds of colleges all over the country, both in the public sector and the private sector, offering the usual 3-year degree in hotel management, and many colleges offering the 4-year degree in hotel management, which covers all aspects of the kitchen, the Indian, the continental, bakery, patisserie, and kitchen stewarding, whatever. The whole thing is covered, apart from the other topics which go into operating a hotel. A few years ago, a specialized program was started in some of the colleges like the Taj Aurangabad, then the Manipal Welcome Group Academy, plus some more colleges, Lavasa. They have introduced this culinary management course, 4 years duration, which gives an exhaustive look into all aspects of cooking in different types of kitchens across the global scenario. There's a beautiful, lovely college. I would rate it as probably number 2 in the world, located in Hyderabad, Culinary Academy of India. Mr. Sudhakar is the director. Incidentally, he is my student also from IHM Hyderabad. And delegates should visit his college and also see what's going on in the kitchens there. Why I'm mentioning this particular, I'm not promoting the college per se, but the students who will be taken by the industry or employed by the industry should not only possess a paper certificate, calling it as a degree or a diploma, but also should be taken for their skill, apart from, of course, their aptitude and attitude. So you have to ensure that they have undergone the right process of learning and absorbing the skills and the knowledge which should be imparted in the colleges. Culinary Academy of India and now recently National Council for Hotel Management under the Ministry of Tourism, they have announced rightly the first Institute of Culinary Academy in Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh and sister institution in Noida close to the National Council office. I am sure there will be many more institutions coming up which will be offering cuisine, culinary management, culinary arts as a program. All India Council of Technical Education, which is the supreme body in the country, which oversees and gives approval to any institution in the country to start a college, including hotel management, apart from engineering. They are also now doing a 4-year program. It's on the anvil. I'm one of the members who is helping them develop a curriculum for the 4-year culinary management. And a lot of topics have been taken into consideration after going through the syllabus and curriculum of number of universities across the world. And we are also giving importance to theme restaurants, theme banquets, all these things we are giving importance to it. So I'm sure that in course of time, the industry will find the right type of candidates for their kitchens.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My next question is to Mr. Shankar Krishnamurthy. How do you use e-commerce in your food and concept restaurant?
That I would go back to the innovation, because the current craze is, as I said, we keep looking for new concepts all the time, and where the market is heading, where the industry is heading. E-commerce is something which I am working on it very hardly for the 1 year, and we are almost working a module which is I'm getting into it. And so there's been a lot of study done in the last 1 year, and it's reached insane levels. Today, the market especially is that last mile delivery. So you have all the aggregators who are coming to the market, which is Food Panda, which is Swiggy's, Tiny Owl, who are really defining that keeping the food aside, delivery has become more important, and each one is outbidding the other in terms of getting funding. So e-commerce, so each one is coming to us, everybody is coming to us, tying up with restaurants. They're saying, okay, we charge you 10% commission, we give you extra business. For the restaurants, it works well because it's a add-on business revenue module we see as deliveries, because we don't want to do delivery and take on the headache. They are also driving business by giving 50% to the customers and then refunding it to the restaurants. So e-commerce in terms of a revenue module for the restaurants is a win-win situation for the restaurant as well as the guest. And it's an added source of income, and also can be sustaining the business in terms of non-busy hours also. It doesn't put a strain on the outlet as such. So yeah, so e-commerce is going to play a bigger and bigger role as we keep seeing in the near future.
Thank you, Shankar. I have a next question to Mr. Mahadevan and Hemant both. What is the latest and future trend in international cuisine?
Well, I mean, if you look at the travel mode I am into, the latest thing in US is everybody's getting into ethnic. I mean, like even Pizza Hut has started using ethnic spices in their pizzas in US. And the trend is that, for example, a lot of people, like we were talking about e-commerce, hope you would have heard of this Uber. Uber is a taxi service. They've started Uber Eats in New York. They pick up a restaurant and they pick up about 300 meals. And then they deliver. The first restaurant they picked up was an Indian restaurant that belongs to us called Soho Tiffin Junction. So every Monday, they order about 400 confirmed meals. That's a chicken tikka masala with kale salad and a naan to go with. They come and pick up at your place and go and deliver. So this kind of ethnic movement is catching up, and that's why we are seeing, after the article of New York Times and about Saravana Bhavan, we got a long queue. And we classify our food as kosher too, in the vegetarian food. International trend is that is becoming a lot of ethnic is coming into the picture. And that's what I feel maybe Hemant should also throw some light. How many more restaurants he's going to consult in Europe. We're going to Swiss in a big way. We started doing our dosa joints in Sydney, in Auckland, and Melbourne. And so our food is going all over the place, and I would say proudly that we are taking our Indian tradition, because if you go to England, especially in London, a Pakistani becomes an Indian as far as the restaurant is concerned, because he'll put Indian food. A Bangladeshi will become an Indian. A Sri Lankan will become an Indian. Everybody will call it Indian food, but it'll be something but Indian. That's what it is. So, but we are trying to change the trend, and we are trying to take the brands across. That's what the change is for. And the trend is good for us because the masala fever is catching up is what I would see. And it's good for us. That's what I would say.
Thank you, Mr. Madhav. Mr. Hemant, please.
Yeah, I fully agree with the ethnic part of this. It is going to, our problem is that we have to be proud of our own country dishes. We want to ape everybody. We want to follow the word. The time has come when the word should follow us. So that is the way I look at the things. We, for a lot of economic senses, when we take the Indian food overseas, I'm not talking about everybody now, but 70% of the people, they first want to make money, and the ethnic part is left behind. The way chicken tikka masala is served in London, oh God, every Punjabi must be getting up in their graves. That was not the chicken tikka masala, what they invented. No, it is not. It is, curry in a hurry has become my biggest worry today. It is, everybody wants, and I hope that doesn't happen to the pride of this place, Halim. I hope it does not happen that Halim is cooked in 5 minutes. It needs slow cooking. It needs ethnic methods. Why are we leaving our culture away? Why are we leaving our roots? I feel the moment we leave our roots, one day our roots will leave us. So let's concentrate on the ethnic part of it. Let's show the world. No Japanese is going to alter his recipes when he comes to India. He is not going to do that. Burger King will do it. They will give a vegetarian burger also. They are coming with a vegetarian burger. I mean, Pizza Hut. That because of our conditions in our country, because 40% of the people are vegetarians. So that's a different thing. But they did not alter their recipes of the non-vegetarian. Whereas we are so nice and soft. We go overseas. Oh, yes, you want this way? Okay, we will do it this way. You want less spicy? Yes, yes. You want no cream in butter chicken? No, no problem. No butter. We will do everything. But will others ever do? No. The Thais will be proud of their food. The Mexican will be proud of their food. The French take a pride in their food. If they don't have the truffle, they will not call it a chicken or anything with the truffles. They will not. But we have a habit of substituting. Oh, chalega. That attitude has been in the government, that attitude has been with us. We altered the recipes. And we modify the menus. Oh, sorry, modify the menus. Tandoori chicken is our national bird. But dokla is now our national dish. So we have to... I have made a small presentation on where I thought our ethnic cuisine was, how we change it a little bit, how the trends come back, because the history, fashion and the foods, they come in cycles. I'm a strong believer of that. And the time has come for our ethnic food and the classical foods to come back. After all the fusions and confusions and everything, eventually people go home and want a dal roti, good one. That's what they want. And I think we should not forget our recipes. Earlier days, none of the recipes were recorded, nothing was done, there was no internet available, no recipes available. But now the times are different. Let's concentrate on, we have close to 25,000 Indian dishes. 25,000 totally. How many are known to people? Not even 500-600. South Indian food was, I'm so happy today that I'm speaking in this part. South Indian food was never known to North Indians. For them, South Indian food finished with idli, dosa, vada. Today the things have changed. Today you will see so many South Indian restaurants opening in Delhi and north and up north. And it has been accepted today. Because if you ask the Punjabis their choice, it was first was Punjabi food, second was Chinese, and the third was Punjabi. But now the life has changed totally. Now they want to accept the different norm. The number of restaurant outlets which are opening in Delhi, it's tremendous. Next to Bombay, I think it's the Delhi which is becoming the capital of restaurant openings. So let me show you some of the slides, and I'll not hurry up because it's lunchtime also. Can we put this? Yeah, you can roll. This is I'm talking about how the new restaurant trends will happen in India and the world. How the food has to look good in today's world. Everybody wants a pretty looking girl. So does everybody wants a good looking food onto the plate. Next. Like I said, the food is like fashion. It keeps on inventing itself. How the food used to be and how the food is going to look in future. We hardly know about the curries of the world. This is how we brought the food, the last slide, this is how we brought the food on our plate in the restaurant called Masala Art and Work, where we brought, and Work went on to was the first Indian restaurant which went on to the 100 best restaurants of the world. This is the way our Indian food today looks on the plate. It's a little twist here and there, but we have not altered the spices or the basic flavors. The basic taste remains the same. It is only the presentations. This is how I want the food to look at, so that people, it's very appetizing to eat. Like, I have done a lot of research work in the last about 10 years on the temples of India. The cuisine of the temples of India, and we did a trial run in our restaurants, and it has been roaring success, I can tell you, roaring success. We brought 4 temples, one from South Tirupati, we brought Jagannath Puri, we brought the Golden Temple and Vaishno Devi, and one was Nathwara temples from. it was a roaring success because we brought prasadam also from each place every day, and we gave it to the guests. And why should we forget these temples' food? It is so tasty, so nutritious, so healthy a food. Now we have made it as a total concept on the temple cuisines. And we are trying to revive the forgotten foods. A lot of forgotten dishes are there. I remember going to Punjab and I was doing a research work. And there was a dish called atta chicken which was informed to me by somebody.